for achieving your results, the desired results that you have for your business or for your life. This science, I hope, will help you to shortcut that process of trying the same things over until you figure out how to make it a little bit different and make it work for you. So, today we're going to amp it up. And I'm going to talk about turning possibility into reality. Or, as a quantum physicist would say, amplifying possibility into reality. There was a time in my life when I really needed to turn some of my possibilities into reality, desperately. It was October 22nd, 1993. I was on my way home from a client site. It was raining and it was rush hour. So I was on a road that I don't normally take. It was a 2-lane highway. I was talking on the cell phone to my partner, and I was watching an 18-wheeler approach in the opposite direction. It made this waving motion in a weird way as it approached me and then suddenly jackknifed between me and the car in front of me. And we had a head-on collision. 2 weeks prior, my husband of 8 years and I had separated, and he'd moved out of the house, leaving me the single parent of a 3-year-old boy. I was self-employed, and I had no disability insurance. My car was an older model, and it didn't have airbags. Witnesses at the courtroom later said that the car had hit the truck so hard that it was airborne, then hit a tree, then finally came to a rest. When I woke up sometime later in the hospital, it was very quickly apparent that a lot of things were broken. And as I laid in that hospital bed recovering, I had no idea what I was going to do. At that point in my life, I'd read hundreds, literally hundreds of self-help books and motivational books. And I loved the concepts in those books. I was inspired by them. But I'm a very practical person. I wanted to know, why should any of this stuff work? You know, I saw The Secret. Did you see The Secret? Read The Secret? I love the law of attraction. I love that concept. But how come it works? I mean, is there really any science to turning possibility into reality? And if there is, can we take advantage of that science to turn our dreamed of possibilities into reality? So I began a quest. I started studying this science, and I've been studying it for these past 15 years. And I discovered some amazing things. First of all, that the answer is yes, a resounding yes. There is, in fact, a science to turning possibility into reality. But the most amazing discovery I made was actually about you. Because it turns out that you are the best designed possibility amplifiers in the universe. Human beings are so good at turning possibility into reality, in fact, that we can even turn the impossible into reality. Can you think of something that we used to think as a species was impossible for us, but now we do it every day as a matter of course? Shout it out. That's what everybody says first. Flying, of course. I flew here yesterday. They used to say if God had meant for us to fly, he would have given us wings. And call them airlines, I guess. Right? God does mean for you to fly. The universe is waiting for you to discover your ability to turn possibility, amplify possibility into reality. So here's what I'd like you to do for me right now. Point to yourself and say, I am a possibility amplifier.
I am a possibility amplifier.
And talk to your table mates and tell them to amp it up. All right. To amp it up, we're going to go all the way down to the subatomic level of the universe. Okay? We're going to go down to the atom. Do you remember this picture from school? Right? There's an atom, and it's got a little nucleus like a sun in the middle, and it's got the electrons circling it in very succinct orbits like planets, right? Wrong. This is what an atom more looks like without the box, just the cloud. Because it turns out that electrons within a certain distance of the nucleus are actually everywhere at once. quantum physicists would say they are at all states simultaneously. It's called superposition. Okay? So really what it is a cloud of possibility. And this is true for all subatomic particles. So all the protons and neutrons that make up the nucleus are also within a certain distance of each other everywhere at once. And of course, everything is made up of atoms, including you. So that means that we are all actually beings of possibility swimming in a sea of possibility. And there's only a couple of forces that we know of in the universe that can make any subatomic particle choose one possibility for itself. And the first of these is our conscious observation. When we watch subatomic particles, they behave differently than when we don't watch. I'll say that again. When we watch subatomic particles, they behave differently than when we don't watch. And this has been proven over and over again in the laboratory. And it doesn't matter if we try to fool them, They still seem to know that we are watching, and they behave differently. Did you know that you could control subatomic activity? Well, you can. You're very powerful, but you may be saying to yourself, so what? How is this going to help me get to my business results? Well, it turns out that observation alone modifies outcomes at the macro level of the universe as well. In our everyday world, in field after field, study after study, it's been proven that observation can modify and does modify and improve outcomes. So, for example, observation alone can give you better patient care, can give you a cleaner hotel room, can give you better training retention, and so on and so on. So how can you use observation in your business to improve your results? What is this a picture of? Can you see it well enough? It's a little dark. The blind leading the blind. The first powerful form of observation is vision. And we use the word vision two ways in our language. And for you etymologists out there, you may know more, but we're going to talk about two. First is vision is our ability to see. Okay. The second is avision, which is a vivid mental image. So we want to put those two things together. We want to have the ability to see a vivid mental image of, and here's the business part, the ultimate state of our business. The most important thing for you to do is get yourself personally aligned with that vision. Create the vision, and then get yourself personally aligned, and from that shall come all the other alignment you need. Okay? If you are working very hard, and you have a team, and they're working very hard, that's wonderful. But if they're not being led by this clear vision, you're all going in different directions, because everyone is operating according to the vision they have in their head. And there's no way for you to know what that vision actually is, right? So if you can infuse your business with your vision, if you can share it with your business associates, your clients, your vendors, with your business organizations, then everyone will know what your vision is. They'll know what you're shooting for, and then amazing things begin to happen. Everybody has suffered from fuzzy future syndrome at least once in their lives. If you may be suffering from it right now, when times are tough, we get confused and we forget where we're going. So if you are suffering from fuzzy future syndrome, you may be having trouble making decisions. You may feel like you're spinning your wheels. You may feel like nothing is happening. So get that clarity, because when you have that vision, then you can start